I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty, feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found peace that comes from watching my fishes as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine
Hey,
of beauty.
Hey, Dina.
how's it going?
Good.
I love
My
my
little
little
fishy.
fishes as they swim about their home.
My. Hello, everybody. George Reed. Robert Giro Lima. Raymond Rieger. Lazar Trabzon. You know what? I've got a problem.
What's up?
Everyone has come in on your YouTube channel. I can't give out wrenches. You're going to have to give out wrenches. Because I have nobody on my channel.
That's weird. I just clicked on not sure, I'm probably gonna butcher his name, but Jaraj?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I can't pronounce it. And it won't let me give him a wrench because I was gonna give him a wrench. So try to let me double check something real quick. So I got both our streams up. Hold on. I'm sending you a link through Discord.
Yeah, I have no comments at all on my YouTube live chat other than yours from half an hour ago. Time says reactions pop out chat. Participants, timestamps. What is reactions?
I'm not sure. Unless it's whenever somebody gives you a heart or a thumbs up.
Yeah. Okay, this one is mine. Just checked. I see that.
Yep, that's the one I think you're on mine, so I sent you a link to yours. Because I usually never get comments in mine, except from Victor C and sometimes NC and my mom.
How can it be on? How can it be on? Maybe I
It's
am.
technology.
Oh, that's funny. Well, all right. Let me do this. Let me go into my channel. All right. Oh, sure enough. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I had to double check it because I've got both streams up with both comments.
Yeah, I was in your YouTube.
It happens.
Not often.
Not often. Not for you. For me, I mean, I get mixed up when it's two streams. So
Okay, so I'm giving out wrenches here.
Yep.
Okay, so there's Rocky Bow. Hello, Rocky. This gave Rocky and then Raymond Reiger. MAGA. I like this. Make aquariums great again. That's
Right?
fun. Somebody came up with that yesterday.
That's pretty cool.
Uh, I'm having trouble getting getting the video up from Wednesday night.
Oh no.
From the
What's
end of
wrong
it.
with it?
Well, the end of it. Where we did the Tibetan monks.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a video of that, and my
That's
videographer, I think he really doesn't want to do it. He's and he may be intuitively right. I mean, I don't think I can get a strike from it, but I could have it put down probably.
mm,
I just, I really am not willing to kowtow to these woke tyrants.
right.
Really not, particularly when they're so ignorant, just so profoundly ignorant. Yeah, I think everybody's wrenched up here. Everybody's
Awesome.
up for now. Cornwall's here. Hey, Cornwall.
Hey.
Raymond Record, Jupiter 1, Gabriel's glass boxes, ZX9R, Christian B. Yeah, the Canaries are being chirpy, aren't they? Tom LaRocque, Larachi, Doom Pie. Oh, NC is got ants in his pants here. He wants to get up here in the worst kind of way. All right, NC.
Hey.
All right. I am at C2C Tropics.
Yo,
wow.
what is it called?
C2C Tropics. This is the father fish method store I've been talking about.
Oh, really?
I'm volunteering here right now,
Oh, far
nice.
out.
and I just want to give you guys a little tour.
Oh, absolutely. Here,
So
let me put you full screen up here.
How you doing, Dina, by the way?
Doing a lot better, NC. Thanks for asking.
Yep. Hope your teeth are doing good.
Hey, they're starting to heal, so that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
what are we
here
gonna
we have axolotls.
Oh, that is so cute.
We got this one is, I don't know how big, but if you put my arm on it, it's pretty big.
That is a big one.
Yep. Right here we have cichlid tank. They destroyed all the plants. Right here we have the first planet tank. You can see it's got the sand, it's got the dirt in there,
Nice.
and it's just all planted. This is a mother sword.
Yep.
That's beautiful.
And before I continue, I would just like to say thank you, Father Fish, for the shipment. I already got it, and I made a video on it. So, have you checked it out yet?
Not yet, but I will.
Yeah, I need to check it out too.
Yep,
Nice.
and in this one is the next planet room.
Oh.
You have a bichir in here. Don't know if you can. Oh, there he is. I don't know if you can see him. Hold on. Here, there he is. That's a nice bichir.
What are we looking at?
Guppies tank,
Okay.
glass catfish. They're pretty cool.
I haven't seen black catfish before.
They're glassy.
That's cool.
All of these are planted.
Nice.
These are my Plecos, actually.
Cool.
Cool.
Tetras. I love these. Cody's in here somewhere. He's got to come and say hi. But in here, we have his pet iguana, I think. Bearded dragon.
Now, what is this place? It looks like, is it a house? What is it?
It's a pet store. It's a pet store in Utah.
Okay, but what kind of building is it in? A lot of little rooms in it, looks like.
I don't know for certain, but it is a pet store. Here's
Okay,
their. They specialize in axolotls.
really? Wow.
That's
Here's
pretty
the
cool.
guppy tank. And
And
Cody's in here
So
somewhere.
where is it? Where is this located?
Mill Creek, Utah.
Okay.
You can talk to him on Discord. You have his Discord, right?
I
There
guess.
he is.
Hello.
Hi there. How are you? Let me get good. Let me get up here. Let me get up here and chat with you a little bit. I've lost track of
Let me
what
turn
I'm
the
doing.
camera. Let me turn the camera. Give me a sec.
Hello.
Hi. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Cody. I'm co-owner here
Okay.
at C2C Trade.
Okay. Well, tell me about your shop.
So we just opened here in the last March. We're about 7 months old.
Okay.
We're in a partnership. So we're in the bottom floor of a partnership. We got all kinds of buildings around us. But we have about 6 rooms for the different creatures. We have our nano tank room. We have our axolotl room. We have, as you saw, our planet tank room and our lobby. And what we do here is we try to create some, usually nano tanks for people. We've created a couple axolotl tanks for local businesses as well.
Uh-huh.
But
Nice.
as Nati said, we have a lot of axolotls. We do a lot with those guys.
So are you doing maintenance?
Yeah. We do. We clean the tanks. We do daily water changes on the axolotls. We go through and pick up their waste and everything. So we make sure all of our tanks are presentable for our customers.
No, I mean, when you put it, are you putting tanks in businesses or homes and doing maintenance on them?
Yeah, we do have a couple in local businesses. We have one in the plant store down the street. And we're building one, actually, a 40-gallon for a tattoo parlor down the street, too. They want a couple axolotls.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Cool.
Nice.
But yeah, our biggest thing for sure is axolotls and caring for these guys. It's a full-time job with these guys.
I love
That's
your
really
cool
interesting.
Cody, you want to do the rest?
Sure, I can.
All right. Give me a sec. Let me turn the camera. It's really hard with one arm. There we go.
I just got this as a birthday gift. It's
Oh, that's awesome.
a knitted axolotl.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
You want me to hold it? And you can show
Yeah,
them?
sure.
Yeah. So
Those things are so fun to
Here's-
make. Wow.
Here, we have a lot of our nano fish, a lot of our shrimp, a lot of our betas, just smaller fish, really. I just barely put water in all of these tanks right here. They got the Monte Carlo bottom. And all these
Uh-huh.
other
Love
ones, they got
the
some Monte
banana
Carlo growing on the bottom here as well.
Nice.
But the rest of these have full fish. A lot of them have fish in them. There's a couple that are empty right now just because we're low on stock in some of them. But the rest,
Yeah.
we got shell dwellers, we got different kinds of cichlids, we have loaches, we got some Burchardite too.
this one actually is one of my Plecos I sold to him.
He's in with our
Yeah.
other fish.
Very cool. Oh, I like it. That's really nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
Well, so are you making it? You getting customers coming in?
Yep, and we do custom tanks for them too. This one behind Nati actually is for a customer. They're getting Monte Carlo I just set up the other day. So we do those as well.
Good.
You want to move on to the axolotls?
All of our younger axolotls in this room. It's serious people can come in and get to know them. But we have about 30 I'd say up right now.
My word. So
Wow.
are you breeding them?
We are not right now. We only give with local breeders though. And there's quite a few that take them off their hands so they don't have to worry about it anymore. And we take care of them.
So you're doing a rescue and local breeder. We lost him.
Oh, maybe you can come back. Oh,
Yeah.
they're back.
Are they back yet?
Yeah. See, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to get them.
All right, there we go. We're back.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
We're back.
Okay.
What was the question? Sorry.
Yeah, get what I was asking if you were breeding. So you're doing rescue and you're dealing with local breeders then.
Right.
Nice, nice.
This one's one of my favorites. He's so cute.
It's a very cool specialty. I don't know anybody, I don't know any other shop that's doing that, but it's certainly popular.
Oh, very. That's kind of what we got into it. We got the two females in that front tank when we first opened up.
The big one.
Yeah. And then everybody fell in love with them, so we tried to learn more about them and talk to people who are growing them and taking care of them. And now we're pretty knowledgeable about them. And now we take care of them and we make sure they go into a good home.
I like
That's
it.
awesome.
I like it. That's just such a cool idea.
Yeah, it is.
Back here, you have a
Oh, I
couple
love the
more
rocks too.
Oh, we have a guy that he has some land across the country, and he goes and he mines for a few months and comes back and brings back some of this cool stuff for us.
Oh my word. Wow. What is that?
That is, I forget the name of the crystal, but it's something he found out here in Utah, I believe, actually.
Oh my word.
That's really cool crystals.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
More axolotls.
These guys are about a year old. About shows you how big they can get pretty quickly.
Oh yeah.
Maybe take your hand and.
Yeah, see
Yeah.
my hand, they can get
Wow.
a bit bigger.
We've got a couple like that we grew out from eggs.
You guys have some axolotls right now?
Yep, at his store.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we've got about 5, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Right here, there's more, and these are all planted. Almost all of them.
They all at least have duckweed, just kind of help break down the nitrates. Trying
Cool.
to work on getting some swords and other types of cold water plants.
Have you got a supplier?
Not right now. No, we're looking around for some kind of wholesaler, but we haven't had any luck with that yet.
I'll have NC give you the name of my sub. Are you on their Discord?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you the name of their supplier in Florida.
That'd be great. That'd be awesome.
Expensive, he ships. He's real good.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'd appreciate that a lot. We need plants for sure.
You bet.
This one's angelfish.
Yeah, this is our 120. We got angelfish. We got some cories on the bottom. We've got a couple of large common plecos.
Very cool.
And in
Are
this one,
they local angels?
They are, yeah. Someone down the street actually from the shop was breeding them.
I thought, yeah. They're very pretty.
Oh,
Yeah, they are.
That's an I haven't seen that pattern before. I like it. The gold head white. That's pretty neat.
I think that's old veiltail.
Golden, yeah, something like that.
The golden white. Well, it's not a koi. There's no black in it. It's really a two-tone. For the golden head white, that's really pretty neat.
Someone actually dropped this large golden and one of our larger common plecos off at a local Pleco, and they just gave it to us because it didn't have any use for them. So now they're kind of living in this 120.
Oh yeah.
So back here, so we sold 2 axolotls to a customer, and one of them was picking on the other one for probably about 2 months before they finally decided to bring him back. So this guy's in the rehab mode right now. We put him in the fridge every once in a while because it resets their immune system. But as you can see, some of his tail is missing.
He was getting beat up. He was getting beat up. Really?
He came in. He didn't have any back legs. He didn't have his tail at all. So and that's going to
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Huh.
But his tail will regrow, right?
Yeah. When he came in, he had no tail at all. So it's coming back slowly.
Wow.
Everything they do without chemicals. No chemicals.
Awesome.
Chemical free.
Yeah, that's our store. We have an office room where we do a lot of our projects and we print our own shirts and stuff.
They do have merch.
Oh, how cool.
That is cool.
Nice. Oh, I like it. What's your name?
I'm Cody.
Cody, right. Thank you,
My
Cody.
dad runs the store. My dad's Travis. It's a 2-man operation here.
So you and your dad. Wonderful. I love it. I love it.
Me
It's been
too.
fun.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. We'll look forward to working with you. I will be sure to get you that supplier,
Sweet. Yeah, that'd be
and I'll talk to you about making some shirts.
sweet.
Did we lag out again?
We're good. Thank you, Cody. Nice to meet you.
You as well.
Yes,
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Well, that's it. It's a beautiful store.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Before I go, I would like to say thank you for the community because I just hit 200 subscribers on my
Oh
channel.
wow, awesome.
Excellent. Good job.
And I am recording a video about the shop right now, and it's an updated tour, so I'll upload that soon.
Thank you, NC.
Yep, you guys have a great rest of your day. Love you all.
Bye-bye. Love you.
Bye. Love
Bye.
Isn't that sweet? Very
you. Yeah,
nice.
it is.
Well, that's cool. He's been bragging on that shop for a while.
Mhm. He
Yes.
has.
That's pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very clever. Very clever.
Yeah, it
Old-fashioned whiskey is here. Yeah, I'll be on Patty's Aquatics next week. What day of the week is that? I think it's Thursday. I don't remember. Rogerio. Yes, everyone has a wrench.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is equal. See, this is the opposite of Marxist equality. This is egalitarian equality, where everybody gets to be president.
That was good.
Oh dear, Lord, we got a mob in here. Oh, Sunday,
That was
Patty.
good.
Next Sunday. What time? What time, Patty? Oh, in the morning, right. It's 10 in the morning. Snake, that was cool. Cornwall. Let's see. Yeah, very cool shop. Eugene Hall. You are rich. Oh. Yeah, I like the idea of focusing on axolotls. Turtles is the other one. Lots of people like turtles. I think I may put up axolotls and turtles for sale.
That'd be cool.
I may do that. We got a lot of turtles. And I got access to turtles, to all kinds of turtles, really. There may be a problem in Maryland.
Yeah, that's true.
The size, they have a requirement of 4 inches. And the problem is I can buy turtles legally that are smaller.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can transship them. That would be the key. If I could ship them out of state, I think I can't ship to anybody in Maryland a turtle smaller than 4 inches. I'll have to look into that. But turtles are an easy one too. Stan Pittman. Stan, what? Pull your wrench if you mentioned DUI. Something I'm not aware of. I didn't get involved. I did not get involved in the pugilism, the boxing tournament. I thought that was rather odd.
Yeah, that was odd.
A new Kenpo, first time participating in a live chat. Well, welcome. Nice to have you with us.
Yeah, it's nice to have you.
We'll give you a wrench, get you getting you all turned blue in the. Let's see. I'm on top chat. Let me get on live chat. There we go. So we're doing show and tell tonight. So anyone who would like is very welcome to come up and show us what you're doing. And having said that, we have 3G.
Awesome.
Oh my.
Hey.
What are we looking at here? Hi.
Got some pink glow angels.
Oh
I
God.
love those.
Oh my. They're pretty. They are pretty.
They're
I love
so
them.
pink.
I love them.
Pink angels, not bad. Not bad at all.
I got one that's a pearl scale. If they'll come out,
A pink pearl scale? Wow.
pink pearl scale. I have two of them that have red caps,
Oh, wow.
Huh.
and
Well, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
they're doing. This is my second batch. You know, I got a batch of 6 of them about 2 months ago or a month and a half ago, and they all died.
Is that right?
And
Yeah,
so
I just got some panda warus, and it looks like they're not going to make it. They're in pretty rough shape. They got fungused up instantly. There's some fish that are just really, really tough, and mostly, well, in the case of the pandas, they're wild caught. These guys that you have are they from Thailand? Do you know?
no, I don't believe so. They're they're glowfish. I think they're in the United States.
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
No, they're not. They're
I
not.
talked to them at Aquashella, but I did not think to ask.
Unless they're just breeding them out. The original technology is licensed, and it's licensed by 5G, and they're not doing angels yet.
5G, that's my dad.
Is that right? Really? 5G is one of the oldest fish farms in Florida. Been around for, golly, 75 years at least.
Yeah, they have to have been around that long because I've been around that long.
Yeah, really. But I think these were developed in Thailand, might have been in China. They're actually initially they're in violation of patent law, U.S. patent law. I don't know. That was true 2 years ago. I haven't followed the issue since then. I know they're being brought in. Probably they technically cannot be bred and sold in the industry here in the U.S. without proper documentation, which would require a contractual relationship with the laboratory in Texas that designed the technology. It's a gene splice. It's a gene splice technology, but they breed true. So
yeah, there's a young lady. There's a young lady here in town that I've sold mini fish to. She got some glow angels, and she already has eggs.
Nice.
She already had wigglers, as far as I know. I hadn't talked to her in a few days, but
that's cool. Well, yeah, I don't know how you really control that. Segrest tried to control it. They had the contract for a while. You can control it on the shop level. You really can't on a private hobbyist level.
Right. Well, a couple of years ago, I was at Aquashella, Dallas, and they had their booth there. And at that time, I had a glow betta a female that I had crossed with a Nemo betta.
Wow.
And I had a couple of hundred babies, and I told the guys, like, wow, I got a couple of hundred glow babies, and I guess I'm stuck with them. And he said, we can't stop you from selling betta.
Right.
You just can't refer to them as glow.
Mm. Okay, that makes
You
sense.
know, you can say I got this pink betta, you know, or this chartreuse betta.
Right.
You just can't say that it's a glow betta.
Well, yeah, that's
They can't, you know, the fish themselves they can't trademark
it's not a trademark, it's a patent.
or patent. Excuse me, patent.
It's well, the trademark would be the name. That would be trademark, but the patent is the technology. And theoretically, anything that derives from that technology is owned by whoever has the contract. That's basically what's happening with the glowfish here in the States today. 5G owns the patent to breed and sell all manner of glowfish. And each color and each species are under a different license.
Wow.
They're up to like 15 or 20 different varieties. And that's not even including angels and bettas and whatever else is going on. All of that's happening in the Far East, outside the patent laws, the U.S. patent laws. So it's getting out of hand.
Right.
I think they will have made their fortune on it. It started in a laboratory in Texas as a way of being able to distinguish target fish in test solutions. In other words, they use certain fish like zebras that are easy to breed. They use them to test things like water quality, the impact of certain chemicals, that sort of stuff. And by being able to color differentiate them, they can use those in certain situations. Exactly. So that's how it started, as a lab technique. And then
it's probably with Danios or something that's super easy to.
Exactly right. So then 5D, Bill, what is his last name? God, name will come to me. The fellow who was working for 5D actually did the hard work of breeding these and getting them up to millions of fish a year in order to be able to market them.
Yeah.
So it's a fascinating story. He's active along with a number of other really very quality people in the Tampa Aquarium Society. I had him on my channel. We did a chat once. Delightful guy. They've got a number of biologists in that club as well. Just really wonderful people. Great club. But he's retired now. But 5D has expanded that. They were licensing Seagrass, and they pulled the license from them to do it themselves. So Seagrass no longer can provide glowfish in this country.
I've got a question about glowfish because I've heard a lot of people say bad things about them. Are they really likely to get more sick and just die sooner than regular fish because they've been genetically spliced, or is that a myth?
No, it's not true. What is true is that they're inbred.
Mm-hmm.
And the inbreeding causes things like bent spine, shortened lifespan, those kinds of issues.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, when I brought these home, I got 6 of them. When I brought them home, one of them was missing a pectoral fin.
Yeah.
And one of them was missing both ventral fins.
Yeah, that's kind of hard for the course.
Yeah, I called the LFS and I said, hey, I got 2 of them that's kind of messed up. And they said, bring them back. We'll swap them for you. And they swapped them right out. But I don't know, like say, if that has to do with the inbreeding or not. But
absolutely. Yeah, it does. you know, here's what happens. These are test tube created.
Right.
They have to inject a single it's not even a cell, it's part of a cell into an egg within the first hour or two of that egg being laid. And that then links up and changes the chromosomal chain to create whatever it is that's going to be created. They splice a cell from a jellyfish into the egg in order to do this. So it's highly technical. It's a laboratory kind of procedure. Once that's done, then they hatch the egg out and raise the baby. They may do that 50 or 100 eggs at a time. So whatever.
Then you have a new GMO, huh?
Yeah, then they got to raise them up and decide what they've got that's worth breeding. And then out of that, they create a breeding population. Until it hits about the fourth generation, they don't really have the numbers yet to be able to make it viable as a marketable product. So by then, they're 4, 5, 6 generations down the line, and already problems have begun to show up. So they have to gene splice another fish from another line, breed it into that in order to be able to clean up the genetic line. So it's pretty involved stuff. Done well, they're spectacular.
Well, these are going to get some genetics added to them. I'm going to breed them with all the other angels I got.
Well, that'll be really interesting. The gene is recessive. I don't think it's going to show up in F1s. But if you breed those sister to brother or sister back to parent, back to father, or, a brother back to mother, then you will get some purebreds.
Right. I'm gonna do that too. I will have some purebreds, but the other ones that I'm gonna get one good pair, and then the other ones I'm gonna try to get to pair up with something else, and see what happens.
What you want to do is the offspring. I believe that the gene is recessive. So I'll be real interested to see whether any glow shows up. I don't think it will.
Well, I know for a fact that when I bred the beta, I had a chartreuse glow female beta, and I bred her with a regular Nemo beta, and about 75% of the babies glowed.
Really?
And they were all, none of them came out solid chartreuse like the mother. They were all marked like the Nemo father.
That's interesting. So
yes.
So the glow trait was dominant then.
Well, it came through for sure, and it was about 75%. And like say my local fish shop, I took them up there, and I had no problem getting rid of them, really.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But again, they weren't referred to as glow beta. They were just I called them neon beta.
Nice.
And
that's a great name.
Yeah, and like I do a lot of fishing, and there's a lure called a Roadrunner. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
No.
And a lot of people who fish make their own lures, and you can make a Roadrunner lure. You can buy a mold, looks exactly like a Roadrunner. You can mold it, and you can sell them, but you can't call them Roadrunners.
Right.
You have to call them by a different exact design, but you call them by a different name, and you get to sell them. If you sell them as a Roadrunner, they will come after you immediately.
Wow.
But if you call them a underspin or a chin spin or whatever, you're good to go. So I'm hoping that'll be the way it'll be with these fish.
Well, that'll be fun. That's really
So.
Now that I have you, let me ask you one question right quick. Here's the black ones. We'll go by the black ones right quick. And then we'll come over here to the Discus right quick. And I got a problem with my axolotl. Maybe you can help me. You see the big guy standing in the food bowl on one of his little antenna on top. He's got a white growth.
Huh.
And he hasn't eaten in 2 days. And that's very rare. You know, they're standing over their food bowl because that's where they usually are this time of day wanting the worm.
Is that fungus?
I'm guessing it is a fungus. I don't really know. It's kind of hard to.
It looks like it's damaged. I would say it's damaged. They will fight.
Yes, because this little girl here was perfect when he got in the tank, and right away he ripped part of one of hers off.
Yeah, they will
But
fight.
it didn't fungus up like that, or it may have, and because she's such a lighter color, I didn't notice it maybe.
That could be. That could be. Put a little dot of antibiotic on it. Just kill the bacteria.
Okay.
That'll stop the infection. And you might consider separating them.
Okay, yeah, I did think about that. I have another tank that I could separate them.
Good idea. There's enough difference in size for there to be a dominance issue. Plus, she's really not big enough to breed.
Yeah, and I've really never noticed them even really interacting with each other that much, except for when I feed them. They get both right close together like that, and
it only happens like in moments, and it'll happen basically in the dark. You're not likely to see them fight. They don't go after each other. It's a nipping kind of thing. They'll be alongside each other, and one will just try to take a bite out of the other one, and it'll be quick, and then it'll be over, and they'll either succeed or not. They're blind, so they only know to bite what's right in front of them.
That's true.
And they won't bite what's in front of them. Whatever.
Man, Father Fish, this tank here looked like this tank.
Oh, really?
And they have tromped it down to a mud hole.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it is.
Don't put your axolotls in too nice a planted tanks. They're going to mess them up.
Well, I've got mine implanted.
Yeah, I mean, they've done great in there, and they've just slowly tromped my plants down.
Funny. Well, you'll lower light too, probably. Might make a difference.
Well, we got anybody else on deck, or y'all want to see something else?
Yeah, show us something else. I don't think anybody else is here right now.
I'm gonna
You
see
got
if
me
I can.
wanting to fish now.
I'm gonna try. You see them Altums right in the middle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're very skittish. They probably run off.
yeah, there they go.
Every time I come in the room, they go back there and hide.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Those are so pretty.
Let me show y'all this up here. We got some fungusing going on. How about that?
So I see wiggling yet? Are they wiggling?
Not yet, but they laid them last night at about midnight.
Okay.
I got a lot of fungus going on.
Yeah, it is
Really,
a lot.
for the first time I've looked at them today, but looks like there's a lot of them that aren't fungus, so hopefully.
Yeah, you'll get
And
some.
these are the parents.
Oh, wow.
Oh, they're pretty.
What are they called?
Bulgarian seal points.
Ah,
I
right.
love the red eye.
Pink nose, green body, smoky fins, red eyes.
Got blue and green on them. Pretty fish.
That's beautiful.
So hopefully
Which ones
before
are you
long,
planning on breeding the pink with? Which strain are you going to breed with the pink?
they will probably, the first ones will probably be these because I'd like to have some pink marbles.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Nice. Nice.
That's going to be so cool.
Well,
Hopefully.
Anu Kempo is up. Let's see what Anu's all about.
All right. Well, good deal. I'll back on out of here, and we'll see y'all next time.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for coming up.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Love y'all.
Bye bye.
Oh, yeah. Bye.
All right. Who's this? Anu, is it?
Yeah, you got me. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Cool. This is the first time I've done this.
Looking good. You're doing great.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, so this is my father fish style tank. I basically it's as I'd say it's almost as father fish as it can get.
Okay.
Your like the plants are pretty much your stem plant package.
Okay.
Except for this, what you call it, dwarf pygmy sword, and
Okay.
then you see that little that water wisteria there that I also got from my local fish store.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And let me see here. Yeah, and that anacris here. There are a
Yeah.
few of these. Those also I got from my local fish store. But the rest of the plant package was I planted 6 months, not 6 months, 6 weeks ago, and that was your stem plant package. The two mystery snails that you see there, this guy and that beautiful lemon one, but yellow one, but you don't get to see a clear picture. Those were from your from your store too. Sorry, those
Okay.
are from your store too. And then I have a few bladder snails, and you didn't sell them to me, but they hitched a ride on the plants.
Right. Right.
So, but like snails are awesome, so we kept them in there. So yeah, no, the substrate is just following your procedure. Also added your supplement package in
Okay.
there. So you'll see that it's still a little green. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was like a pretty ugly heat wave out on the East Coast. So the plants got shipped during that period, and so they had like what you see here are like maybe half of what was in the stem plant package, just because a lot of them melted off, and several show members actually helped me out. And one of the theories is that they probably suffered quite a bit from that heat wave,
Probably.
and so they probably were like like really struggling to adapt. And you see a lot of like
Yeah.
legginess,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. And then like even that parrot, I think that's parrot's feather. You guys are the experts. You'll probably tell me differently. Yeah, there you just focus. You see how it's like really leggy up there? We had a pretty dense pea soup situation for quite a few weeks, and so the show members actually helped me. They suggested, hey, you know what? Bring down reduce the number of hours on the light, do small water changes daily, and then also put in the anacris or hornwort to help guzzle up the nutrients, and also try to scoop up as much of the dead plant load as possible. So I did that, and this, like right now, yeah, it's still, you see the tinge of green, but this is like you can actually see the back wall, which you couldn't do up to not too long ago. So I'm hoping now the that okay, light is actually getting to the bottom, and I've cut some of the plants and stuck into the substrate. Hopefully now they're gonna start picking up and start growing.
Right. No, looks great. Where are you from?
I live in Norfolk, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or south. I'm in Salisbury, Maryland, on the Eastern Shore.
Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, looking good. If you get more plants, I would get rooted plants.
When you say rooted, you mean is that different from the stem plants? You mean like
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
it is. It would be like Vallisneria, Swords, Cryptocarine, those kinds, Anubias, those kinds of plants.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, I know you also have a rooted plant package, so I'll
Yes.
get one of those and pop them in.
Yeah, that'll make a big difference.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Great.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
do
thank
that.
you. Is it Anu?
Yeah, I knew.
Anu, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice
Likewise,
to meet you.
likewise. Yeah, thank you very much, Dina and
Thank
Father
you.
Fish. And thank you very much for like all the information on your YouTube channel and the show. It honestly it's not only informative, but it's now like my main form of entertainment.
That's great. Yeah, it's a great channel, great service. People
Yeah,
really
yeah.
enjoy it. Yeah, we got a lot of people active there. Well, thank you, Anu, very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
See you
All
in
right.
the show.
Good night.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. All right. Oh, stem plant pack. We have people complaining, not many, but some, that the stem plant pack at $49.95 was actually $59.95 because the free $10 free shipping doesn't start until you spend $50, and it was 50 cents lower than that. So we just decided to be straight about the whole thing and kicked it back up to 59. It's still a really good deal. Now
Yeah, it is.
we do have occasionally, not every week, but fairly regularly, we'll have special stem plant packs that are perfectly healthy plants that just not the variety. You get the same quantity of bunches, but you don't get the variety. And that's because we get, I think, did we just do a video of stem plants? We didn't get that one up yet, did we? I don't
Not that
think.
I've seen.
No, we didn't. We get 20 packages of stem plants in every week with between 40 and 60 plants in every pack. So that's like about 1,800 to 1,000 plants. We put them in 2 rows of 10 each. And then we have 2 people standing on opposite sides of the table. And they go down the row and they pick up 8, put them together to make 16, put them in a bag, staple it, and that's the pack.
Mm-hmm.
And we do that as soon as we get them in, like within minutes of getting them in. We pick them up they come in FedEx. They're flown out of Florida the day before, the evening before. They hit FedEx in Florida 6 o'clock in the evening. By 9 o'clock the next morning, we've got them. We put them on their table. By 10 o'clock, they're all packed out, and immediately we start shipping them out. All of the single stem plant packs go out right away, and we're now committed to getting your order out in 48 hours. We've had situations where orders have languished for a week or even 2 weeks. That's not going to happen anymore. Now, in order to facilitate that, there may be times when we need to do substitutes. The substitute will always be of equal or greater value, and it will be the same type plant that you've ordered. So if you order an Amazon sword, and we're all out of Amazon swords, you may get an ocelot sword, which is almost indistinguishable. It'll be, if we have to do substitutes, it's going to be something that will be comparable or superior. And very often we send you a better plant than you ordered just because we want to keep everybody happy. It does not happen often. It happens probably 1% of the time, maybe a little more, but not much, because we spend a lot of money buying plants every week to make sure we have enough to be able to fill all of our orders. And we're able to keep them pretty well. Nearly all of the plants that we have, we're able to keep in water, in vats, indefinitely. There are a few plants we cannot do that with. They have to be refrigerated. We get those out within 1 week. We don't hold refrigerated plants more than a week. So there's all that. Anyway, the upshot of all that is that when you put an order in, unless you put it in on Friday, if you put it in on Friday, we will try to get it out the same day. If it's a stem plant, we're probably going to be out, and it'll have to wait until the following Tuesday. That's going to be the only exception, will be the stem plants, because once they're gone, and we can't get more until the following week. Now, we did have a situation last week where we put a small order in, and we had enough orders Monday morning, even before the shipment came in on Tuesday. We knew we were going to be short, so we called our farm back on Monday and had them put another shipment in the mail to us on Tuesday, which we got on Wednesday. We can do that occasionally if we get surprised and swamped. That was Labor Day weekend. We had 120 orders come in just that weekend, which is almost as much as we do in a regular week. So we were really caught off guard with that. But we were able to make it up, and we were able to get caught up. I have the commitment from my packers that they're going to get your order out in 24 hours. So if we get it Monday, it will go out Monday unless we don't have the item in stock, in which case it'll go out Tuesday, because that's when we got our orders in. And if it comes in later in the week and we don't have the item, we're going to fill it with a substitute. The alternative is to wait another week, and we're simply not going to do that to people anymore. Too many times we notice that you guys order plants expecting you're going to get them that week or within a few days, so you plan your tank and plan your work to be able to do that. And if you don't get them, then you're jammed up. And if you're ordering both dirt and plants, you need to be able to get the dirt before the plants or get them together. If you're ordering a 55-gallon bag of dirt, we cannot ship plants with that because they'll get mashed. So if you're ordering a big bag of dirt and plants, we're going to ship the dirt the same day we get the order. We're going to ship the plants the next day. You'll get them both probably the same time, the same day. If you get plants and are not ready to put them in the tank, float them in the tank or float them in water, put them in something in water. They will hold up much better than if you put them in the fridge. They'll do extremely well just floating in water. If you can set them in a window or under a light so much the better. That'll keep them growing and healthy. So we want to work with you guys on these to make sure you're getting your plants in a timely fashion. The only other issue we have, because we are using the United States Postal Service, they do just like any other service, they occasionally will lose something. When they do, we make it good immediately. If you are more than 4 days late on your order of plants, we will ship out another order right away, because they're not going to last 4 to 5 days. They can hold up 4 in most cases. 5 days, they really can't. Longer than that, and it's hopeless. So we always make that good. If the plants are late coming in, we want to know about it. Contact me, send us an email. We'll be right on it, and we'll take care of it. So we're going to make sure everybody is happy and everybody is getting their plants within 3 to 4 days, 5 days tops of the order going in. If you want them quicker, it's $25 overnight shipping. Now that's half what it costs. So we're sharing that cost with you. It takes a little money out of our profit, but it guarantees you an immediate delivery. Stephen Brady is here. Stephen, have you got your camera working? Stephen.
Yes, sir.
You got your camera working?
I'm trying.
Okay.
No, I don't think.
Did you want to ask a question? We lost him.
Yep.
Okay, so sorry about that big long conversation, but I did want to make that clear.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the reality with the Postal Service. The failure rate is 1 to 2%. We ship out about 140 or so shipments a week. We lose 1 to 2 of those a week. So we just make it good. We just consider it a cost of doing business. And we don't even put in for that because they're too difficult to work with. But the service is inexpensive enough that we can afford to do that. And we can afford to pay shipping. So, we're trying to make this work. We're right up against it. I mean, we need to be successful. We need to make sure you're getting quality product because we really do need your business. We've got a big operation with a number of people doing a lot of different things in this father fish world, including writing a book and trying to get an AI system up, maintaining the show, doing the pack out, running the store. We've got now 10 people on payroll, so it's a sizable operation, and without the store, we can't do it. So we really very much depend on the store to be able to keep all these balls in the air. So please do consider if you need plants, soil. We are starting to list fish. We will have more fish. And we should be able to do a good job with the fish. We have snails. I think we can sell axolotls. We don't have very many of them right now. But we do have a few we can sell. We got 3 right now we can sell. So we'll see about that. Anyway, there's all that stuff. Also turtles. we can do turtles. I need to find out more about Maryland state law because they have a 4-inch carapace requirement. And a lot of the turtles I get in are 2-inch turtles. So whether I can get them in and ship them out of state, I don't know. I would guess so. But I may not be able to if I can't legally hold them. So I've got to get some direction from the state about that. Anyway, it may not be an issue if I'm buying them from a legitimate supplier.
Yeah, it may not. I don't know. There's a lot of different rules anymore.
Yeah, Kenny D. Hello, Kenny. Nice to see you. Yuri saying clingy is at me. What is that? Yeah, we lost Stephen. Try to get back, Stephen. Love to have you up. Jupiter wants to know why I decided to leave Florida. Well, I think it really had to do with family. Yeah, I was in Florida for 32 years. I had nobody left down there. A lot of friends, a lot of good friends, but really no family. And I just turned 84 yesterday, and I was feeling the need to be back in the fold, if you will. So I talked to my brother and my daughter and my niece, and they worked out. My brother worked out a way to get me a place. He sent me a note. He said, "Pack your bags to a house." And he did. It's a little tiny cottage, but it's
That's
just
awesome.
fine. Fits my needs perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been very good. Brenda has chipped in. I had started the business, I think, while I was in Florida. I don't remember. I think I did. And then when I got up here, she began helping me with it, and it has simply grown like topsy. And we've been doing it now for about 18 months. And it reached a peak last February and dipped down a little bit, and has stayed right in that level. I'm hoping with the store and with selling fish, we can get it back up a little bit, because that'll make it possible for us to actually be profitable. There are some things I'd like to do that I really can't do right now, but I'm not going to cut anybody off. Guess who's here?
Adam.
Adam. Hey, Adam.
Hey.
I was late. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. What are we looking at here? This is a new thing.
Yeah, well, you guys know I have that 55 cylinder with the angel, the neons, and all that stuff in it. And
right.
I got this little, I guess it's a 3-gallon, I don't know, from Petco, little glass box. And what it's full of are scuds from Phillips Fish Work and your shrimp. Yeah, and your shrimp that just came in. They're
right. How did they come in?
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Wonderful.
No croakers. No croakers. Everybody made it. And that's amazing.
That was 3 days, wasn't it?
I guess it was. Yeah, I got them Friday. Yeah.
10 in a bag. Good. We've shipped out 2 or 3 bags and had 100% success with them. So that's very good news.
I was worried because there he is. Look, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're pretty too. They're some nice colors.
Oh, they are.
Yeah. I was worried because Florida, you don't have air conditioning in some of these Jeeps. So, everything's baking.
Yeah.
It's high temps.
Oh, yeah.
But anyhow, my question was, this is really cooking up here nicely as a little, I guess you call it a food tank. I don't know what you'd even call it, right?
Really? That's cool.
But my question is, here's a question though. Like when I go to start migrating this There he goes. I go to start migrating this into my big tank. I heard you say a while back, like not too much at one time, like don't overdo it.
Right.
So if you picture this being about a foot wide and a foot, I don't know, a foot deep, maybe like a handful. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, exactly. A handful. If you got a small net, like a 3 to 4 inch net on a long pole, just kind of get a half a net full, and then you can reach that down to the bottom of the tank. If you do it that way, there's a better chance of the scuds being able to get to the bottom before they get snagged by the fish along the way.
Oh, I meant to tell you, I just thought of it. Oh yeah. Oh, there's another guy. There's another guy right there. Look at it. They're coming out to say hi. I have a 3 foot clear cylinder, and you just gave me a good idea. You know what I'm going to do is I'll put the cylinder down to the bottom, right?
Perfect. Yep.
Turn the light off, and then dump them in, and I guess the weight will take them down.
Yep. That's a good idea.
Because then I can't. Yeah, because the angelfish, man, when he gets wind of that, he's all over it.
Oh yeah.
But these shrimp and scuds they're just going nuts in here, man.
That's nice. That's really yeah.
That's my little food tank. My wife doesn't let me call it that. So it makes her feel sad. But I'm like, hey, well, nature is perfect, you know.
That's it.
I met with Phillips on Friday with Alan, and he's putting together a couple of things. Probably really need him to put together a kit that he can sell people to be able to inoculate their tank. But the key to it is exactly what you're doing. The key to it is to have a dedicated container. Can be small. It doesn't have to be big.
Yeah, it's like a little yeah. For everybody watching, it's only about a foot wide, and I guess I don't know, maybe a foot deep. That's it.
Yeah, a little 5-gallon container. I went to Sam's Club is selling the one here. Is selling a little rigid plastic box that's about 3 gallons with a lid on it.
Yeah.
For $7.
$7, man. This
Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it comes with this one comes with a lid and a little light, but I paid a lot more than $7. I think I got schnookered.
You probably spent about $50 on that, didn't you?
Yeah, it was like 50, 60.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the little it's really a small, it's less than 1 gallon little container that just a square that I got from Walmart was like $7. So yeah, that's a good deal.
Man.
Nice. I love it. Yeah, look
right.
at
It is.
That's
right.
great.
Trying to get that food web going, you know?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to have a dedicated tank for live food. Call it what you will, a resurrection tank, whatever. But
I'm gonna call it a holding community so I don't get my wife upset. It's a holding community.
Good idea.
Right.
They're just parking on their way to the journey.
The micro community, right.
Look at those buggers, man.
Invert tank.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Adam.
See you, mermaid.
Bye.
See ya.
Fun.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I was talking with Tony about that Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to go through the process of how to do this, how to market, how to make it possible for people to be able to do this food web in their tank. And part of the difficulty is if you buy a bag of stuff from Phillips Fish Works, and you get it in the mail, dump it in your tank, and your tank's full of all kinds of fish. Whatever is in that bag is going to be eaten instantly. It'll be gone.
Yeah.
You got to get past the notion of buying that as a food source. The bag is not a food source. The bag is a culture. So you take that culture and you set it up in a small container. It can be anything. It doesn't matter. A little tiny light bulb on it with some plants will make it that much better. Little dirt in the bottom will help too. And then you can throw dead plants in it, dead fish in it. I mean, don't pollute it. Don't put so much in it's going to foul it, because that'll just kill everything. But then that becomes a culture tank out of which you can take small amounts to get it to get your tank built up. To do that, you have to do a small amount on a regular basis, every 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
A handful in a tank. 2 to 3 days later, another handful. You do that for months until you get at least over half of the tank, about an inch deep layer of leaf mulch and whatever other mulch you've got in there. Can be peat moss, can be coir, can be near anything. Doesn't matter what it is, so long as it is fibrous material that breaks down that these microscopic fauna can eat.
Mm-hmm.
Get that going in there. That then creates an environment in the tank in which these cultured items can live without instantly being gobbled up, because you've got an environment in it, not just a bunch of little live animals. You have a place for them to live that any of the fish have to work at to be able to find. So the copepod or the Daphnia, whatever, can scoot around one end of the tank to the other and stay hidden and stay protected, be able to breed, be able to have babies. And here's the thing, what that then creates is an opportunity for your fish to be able to spawn in that, deposit their eggs in it, the eggs hatch, and the babies stay down in that and find food in there. And they're able to thrive and survive in a community environment. So it's a magnificent approach to being able to maintain a community fish. We need to work out and we need to teach the techniques for being able to do this successfully. And it can be done. Right? Most of you have been around a while. Remember EJ. EJ was an absolute master, a genius at this. She started it 2 months into starting her hobby. She just instantly understood the importance of live food. She had cultures all over her house. It was insane. She had as many culture tanks as she had fish tanks, probably more. She wound up having to cut them back. But what it demonstrated, because she was able to then take that and build that into her fish tanks, and then had fish like scarlet batis spawning in that and raising fry in 29-gallon community tank. Magnificent. It's doable. It's eminently doable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting now. By the end of next week or this week, I'll be getting a shipment from Phillips. I'm going to be setting up a couple of tubs that'll be culture tubs. I'll have leaves in there. We'll bring the culture into it and then begin moving that into our aquariums. So you're going to be able to see it as it's happening and be able to gain the benefit of watching us do it, to understand what you need to do. Okay, I have some tragic news.
What?
I walked into my shop today, and the first thing inside the door is the big brackish water tank, 120-gallon tank. It has been my pride and joy. It has crashed. I put a whole bunch of new fish in it on Thursday. The pump stopped working. The other two little pumps I had in there were not enough to be able to carry it. There were some other problems having to do with lighting. The tank was, the water was still white, cloudy white, full of bacteria and dead fish. So we have had a major catastrophe in the brackish water tank.
So sorry to hear that.
That's terrible. It's terrible.
It is.
Terrible news. So what I will do is I will pull out whatever I need to that's dead. There isn't that much. I mean, it's tiny stuff. It's nothing big, nothing that's really a problem. I'll leave the lights off and I'll turn the pump on, get the filter going. I'll probably stir it up, get the canister filter going so it's strong, and just let it clear itself out. It'll take about a week for it to settle out and clear. In the meantime, I'm just going to keep stirring it. It had an enormous amount of vegetation in it, and I didn't understand why until I realized that the guys who set it up for me did not put a timer on it, and the lights were running 24/7 for 2 months, which is why there was such a huge plant growth. Now all of that has been killed by this wipeout. So we're going to be starting from scratch, which will give me a chance to rethink what I really want to be able to do. I probably really want to have a saltwater tank, and that probably is what I will wind up doing. Once it gets stabilized and we get it cleaned out, I'll probably add more salt to it, get the salinity level way up, and start doing reef fish and corals, and do it as a standard saltwater tank. So I thought you all ought to know. Kind of bad news, very sad.
Yeah, that is really sad. I can't imagine the work that's been lost. Not mention the cost of it, but just the amount of work you
I
put into
just
that.
spent $400 on fish this week for it, and they're gone, totally gone. And they're just wiped out. The only thing swimming around in there is some mollies. So, kind of breaks my heart.
Yeah, that's understandable. A tank that size, it's just like, oh.
I think the bacteria occurred because the water stopped moving. And it created an oxygen deprivation. It created dead spaces in the water. So the fish died, and that's what built the bacteria. And then they sucked the rest of the oxygen out of the water and just basically killed everything. I got the pump back working. There may be still a few things left. I noticed that the royal grammas were gone. The clowns were gone. I'm sure the mandarins were gone. We'll see what's left. I think I did see one crab was still alive. So the gobies may or may not be dead. They can
Hopefully they're still there.
We'll see what's left. Native tanks. what do I think about native tanks? I really like native tanks. I really like native fish. I've not gotten around yet to be able to do any fishing for freshwater, local freshwater fish like the sunfish, bluegills, those kinds of things. There are a lot of them and they're nice. And I do want to do that. I'm in a situation right now where I'm rethinking my tank setup. I've got some tanks that are down too low. I have Uwaru and chocolate cichlids in a low tank of 60 gallon that's practically sitting on the floor. I had to get down on the floor, laying on my side to be able to look in that tank, and that's way too awkward for me to do. I've got to come up with a better system. I've got 2 tanks like that are too low. I could put them up high, but then they're going to be 6 foot up in the air, which is too.
Oh wow!
So I don't have a lot of space, so I may have to do something in the pack out room. Plus, I've got about 4 20-gallon tanks sitting down on the floor, and I really want to move them as well, get them up higher. So we'll see how all that works out. It's not growing pains, it's adjustments.
Yeah.
Adjustments. I was too anxious to get things set up and not really thoughtful enough about how I was doing it.
Yeah, I'm in a similar position with my 2 green water tanks behind me. When I set it up, I thought this is going to be perfect. It's really super difficult to get a net in there to transfer the fish to a different tank. You've got this much space.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, it is.
You need to cut the arm off your net to be able to get it in there.
Right. Well, good thing is it's a small net. I mean, like for shrimp. And it actually is collapsible. So that's what I had to catch fish with. It was difficult. My big net, there's no way to get it in there without cutting it.
Right. Solvent Traders. Hello, hello. Any idea where to place an anemone? First time ever in aquaristics as is. Mine will come around next week. I do have clowns. They have their favorite corner. I do not like anemones. And the reason I don't like anemones is because other than clownfish, using them as basically a secure place to be, they kill everything else.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Everything, whatever they're near, they kill. They will kill corals, they'll kill invertebrates, they'll kill snails, they'll kill crabs, shrimp, they'll kill everything. They'll kill fish. Most fish know better than to get around them. There are corals that look every bit as nice as anemones. They're not necessarily more expensive, and they're not deadly. I gave up trying to keep anemones in tanks years ago because I found I couldn't keep anything else in the tank long term without it being eaten up. And in point of fact, I watched pink tip anemones eat young clownfish because they have a big mouth. The anemones in the Pacific have a very small mouth, and the Nemos, the clownfish, don't understand pink tip anemones, that they can't just go down in there and nest because they'll go right into the mouth, right into the belly, and be eaten. I've had that happen, so I'm kind of negative about it. I know everybody wants an anemone. And I guess everybody needs to have one to figure out you don't ever want to do it. You know, go ahead and get your anemone, get it out of your system. Don't believe Father Fish. He's just an old fuddy-duddy.
I'm glad you told me because eventually I want to get clownfish, and I was wanting an anemone. I didn't know they would kill anything. So
Worst thing
I
you can put
definitely
in a
don't
fish
want
tank.
one.
There is nothing else worse to put in a fish tank, with the possible exception of a lionfish, and they're really not worse. You just know better than to put them with anything else. I had a lionfish, a big one, a big what's it called? Whatever it's called. What is it called? Can't remember the word. Veritans. A big one that we caught wild in Florida. Had it in a 120 with a divider. Had the clownfish on one side. On the other side, I had a big, about a 10 or 12 inch angel. It was a French angel, a big French angel like that. Beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Had him in there. I watched that lionfish lay down alongside the barrier, which was slotted, and stick its fins through that slot and jump up on that angel to kill it.
Wow.
And it did.
I would have never thought of it doing that.
It did. It killed the angel.
Oh. I'd have never thought of it doing all that work to get around the divider.
Really? Really? You know, for what? I mean, it's it's a violent fish. And the other thing about them is they're voracious. They will eat anything they can fit in their mouth. And they have a big mouth. It's a suction mouth. One of those mouths where they open it and it creates a vacuum and sucks in little fish. I've watched them in the wild feed on little fish on the bottom. They'll just sit there waiting for them to come along, like a whoop, and it'll go. It's instantaneous. And they'll sit there one time after fish after fish after fish. And they devastate a reef. They are good to eat. I've never tried one.
Yeah.
But they are good to eat. Now, I've had guys, I've seen them do it. I won't do it. They'll go right up to one and grab it by the lips, stick their thumb in its mouth and grab it. Just like that. Because they don't move much. I mean, they're fearless animals.
Wow.
They bend over, poke those needles at you, and you're done if you get hit. I mean, that is the nature of pain is being stung by a lionfish. Stick their thumb in their mouth, grab the lower lip, and they got it. And then they'll take their knife and they'll cut the fins off. Cut the top fins, the dorsal, just cut the whole thing off. Throw it in their bag. Time after time. Amazing.
I'd be scared to death to touch a lionfish.
I don't get to have the nerve to do that.
Same here. It's like lionfish, they're really beautiful fish, but yeah, I don't think I'll ever try keeping them. If I lived in a state that would allow it, I'd love to try keeping piranha. But my state banned all piranhas. So
they can't have piranha in Florida. Tokyo and Barat true bulldogs. My tank keeps constantly turning brown. Do I need more sand? Now, is it the water or the substrate that's turning brown? I would say, yeah, you need more sand. You probably need more plants. It's diatoms. You have diatom growth, probably. Unless it's the dirt breeding through bleeding through the sand, causing the water to turn brown. So it's one of the two. If you're talking about brown growing on the sand, that's diatoms. If you're talking about the water turning brown, it's one of two things. That's either the dirt working up through the sand because it's not deep enough, the sand is not deep enough, or it's some wood or other material you have in the tank that's bleeding out tannins. It'll be one or the other. Yeah, no question, Christian. Those suckers hurt. Who's here? Somebody just knocked on the front door. It is, oh, Stephen Brady. Stephen, how are
Hey.
you? You made it.
Yes, I did. I had to get it off the laptop and get it on my iPhone.
Oh, all right.
Now I got to figure out how to switch this around. There we go.
There you go.
This is my 10-gallon island tank I built about 2 months ago. My
Okay,
kitchen island. You can see, I can see it from both sides.
nice.
I got the dirt from you, and I got the $49
Oh, that's
stem pack.
yes.
And recently, I had a whole bunch of hair algae. So I
Okay.
did a blackout period for overnight. And I think it's hornwort. Is that
Okay. Yeah.
right there in the center?
Yeah.
I had a whole bunch of it. I was getting really, really overcrowded with it. And then after doing the blackout for overnight, half of it died.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
wow.
And that's what I got. So I'm getting ready to try to cut some of the, let me see, another shot. Yeah, there's some of it right there where it's all,
Tank looks really healthy.
Yeah, it does.
and then these, what are these little plants?
That looks like Bacopa.
And then the bottom, all the bottoms of it are dying or
Yeah.
melting. But
Yeah.
the Discord told me to, cut out the bad spots, but they're all getting new growth
Right.
at the
Just
top.
that'll fall off. Once it gets taller, then you can trim it and replant those. And that initial, you want to trim it above the growth.
Okay.
Let it get longer and then trim it and plant the trimmings.
Right.
And that'll fill in more. That what are the fish back there that look like blue fish?
Pygmy corridories.
Okay.
Where are they?
Yeah.
There he is.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
What a neat little fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 5 of them. They'll school around. And then I think in your plant pack, can you see them? The snail.
Yes, I did.
It was a leopard ram's horn.
Oh, nice.
And
I love
got
those guys.
3 of them started growing from your plant pack,
cool.
I believe.
Right.
What are these red-leaved ones?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, those are. I'm thinking Anubias. Is it Anubias? Ludwigia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ludwigia. Yeah.
And I like the red. I'm trying to get them to grow. They were bigger, but again, half of them melted. So I replanted what I could with that.
They'll come back.
Grow.
Yeah.
And
Good. They'll come back. You got a lot of growth in there.
right. And those are my chili resporas.
Yes.
Oh, those are pretty.
Aren't they tiny little fish?
And I got 3 of them guys.
Some pink shrimp.
Cherry shrimp, yeah.
Shrimp, yeah.
And the only other plant I was concerned about was this one.
Okay.
It looks like the leaves are dying.
Well, they will on the lower. It's a plant that wants to grow up out of the water.
Okay.
So just let it.
Okay.
And it'll drop the leaves that are in the water, but it'll actually bloom. It'll flower for you once it comes out of the water.
Oh, great. And I got one more red one. This one right here. It's got a lot of mildew or algae. Well, most of it died off. but I was afraid they were killing the plant leaves because it was getting so much hair algae all over.
Yeah. Well, you did well getting rid of it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, yeah. And she's doing pretty good. I mean, my water's nice and clear.
Yeah.
I've got 3/4 inch of the dirt substrate, and then about 1.5 inches of the sand.
Right.
And it's starting to get these black. Is that
Yep.
normal? Is that the dirt coming up through?
Yep.
Okay, well, great. A lot of mulm. I've been getting a lot of mulm, but I imagine that's from the plants dying off.
Yeah, and the food, the fish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's good. That's healthy.
Okay, it ain't worth vacuuming any of it up.
Well, you really want it in there because
Okay.
it'll sip down into the sand. That's what
Right.
replenishes the nutrients in the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
And
Great.
once we get into this food web thing, teach you how to do a food web, that becomes an important component of the
Right.
food
Yeah,
web.
it does.
Well, great. Well, thank you for connecting.
Hey, you bet. You're looking good, Stephen.
Save this as a favorite. That way I can connect. It took me all night to get it onto my cell phone. Oh, there's my Octocinclus.
Okay,
Oh, that's
right.
cool.
Nice
Right.
old pearl belly.
Yeah.
And that's all he does. He just sits there. They say they're supposed to be around and active during the day, but this guy's active at night when I'm not seeing him.
Right. Tank looks great.
Yeah,
Great.
it does.
Well, thank you.
You bet.
And
Thank
happy
you.
birthday.
Thank you.
And we'll see you later. See
You
you.
bet. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I've almost got that webcam figured out. The Bluetooth one.
Oh, really?
I just don't know if I would crash the stream or not if I try to switch it over to Bluetooth.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. So one day I've got to test that because I've got plenty of stuff to show you guys.
Huh.
Just a matter of getting the camera where I know that it won't crash the stream.
Lifesaver mints.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah, I get the peppermint because they're softer. The spearmint, I like the flavor better, but they're harder.
Yeah, they are.
These are just soft enough I can kind of crunch them
Mm-hmm.
without breaking my plates. Oh, Tokyo and Barat. Did I do a wrench? I thought I did. No, I did not. Bad lionfish. Right. Hoo-ha. Yeah. Erie says, I'll leave on this note. The sweetest fish on the planet is the sarcastically named paradise fish. I think that's the truth.
That's good.
I tell you, the very first one I ever saw, I was astounded at how beautiful it was. It was a
Right? That's
mature
gorgeous.
male. It was a blue, a mature male, stunning, 5 inches, about that big,
Oh.
stunningly beautiful fish. Killed everything I ever tried to put it with.
Yeah.
Just
I wonder if it's possible to house one just by itself, or if it's even worth trying to do. Because they are beautiful, but they're so dangerous.
Well, the problem is you can't keep 2 males together. They're like discus. bettas. They're like
Yeah.
bettas. You can't put them together. Well, let's see. Dartmoor is asking, should I be concerned about putting unhatched brine shrimp eggs when I'm feeding baby brine? No, it's not going to be that much. And if you're careful about just getting the live ones out, then the few dead ones that are in there or unhatched are not going to be an issue. Won't be enough to matter one way or the other. The critical thing is to make sure you're siphoning out just the ones that have hatched. Now, you can do that with an airline and a siphon, like a 1/4-inch hose, or you can have a device you're hatching them in that has a vent at the bottom, and when you turn off the air, you'll have hatched eggs. The hatched eggs will float. The dead eggs will come to the bottom, and then all of the live shrimp will come to the bottom. So if you've got a vent on the bottom, open it just enough to get the dead eggs out, and then in a separate container like a net, open it again to get the live shrimp out. What you can do then, when you finish that whole process, rather than dump it out, set up a tub outside, out of the rain, where it can get light but no rain, and dump that wastewater in it. The sun will build algae in that container, and within a week, you'll have adult brine shrimp swimming around in there that you'll be able to use your net to catch and feed to your fish. So it's just a technique issue to keep the brine shrimp out as best as possible. This is Jenny Cole.
Hi.
Hi, Jenny. How are you? Oh,
Sorry. I'm trying to figure out how to flip the camera, but I can't. So I'll just do this.
That works. Right.
Okay. See? I got a tank now.
Yes, you do.
I went and found it at the river.
Nice.
It's all stuff that I just collected from the river.
Your sound is totally off the charts.
Oh, sorry.
Back.
Not sure.
Let me see. Maybe it's me. Usually is. Let me see.
Is that better?
Try it again.
Is that better?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What are we looking at here?
Some plants and some fish. I don't know. I turned the pump off so the fish would come out and they were out when I came on, but now they're hiding. They're just little pond smelt, like tiny little fish.
Okay.
But and a bunch of snails, little snails everywhere.
This is a natural wild tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been fun.
No, you bet.
So I tried it. I guess I put it together about a week ago. But I got all these water hyacinths, and I think that's a form of that Louis stuff.
Yeah, right.
And then I got some rushes and some things that I have no idea what they are back there.
Okay. Looking good. Looking good.
No idea what they are. But I was hoping the little fishies would come out. But they're hiding.
They're
Anyway.
shy.
The nature of
They
fish.
are. They are everything shy. As soon as anyone walks by, they're wild. So I guess that's not surprising.
Right.
But got my first 20-gallon tank.
I just did a video about that, about why fish hide.
Yeah, I watched
That's
that.
a really good video.
Yeah. That's really
They
nice,
won't-
Jenny. I really like it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a lot of fun.
Mhm.
The neat thing about it is you can keep adding to it. If you're out in nature checking stuff out, you can bring things back and toss it in there, and it'll just keep developing.
Yeah, I do want to do that. I want to go and get some more fishies because I
Yeah.
only have 4.
Buy
So I'd
yourself-
like to get.
buy a minnow trap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And-
you know, it's not necessary. I just go out there. They're all over by the shore, and it's real shallow. So I just take a big freezer bag and drag it through the water, and I catch them. So
Ah,
That's pretty cool.
they're
that's-
really easy to catch. So
That-
I just need to get more.
yeah, that's fun. Well, keep coming back and show us what you're doing. I want to see it as it develops. That's pretty
Okay.
great.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Jenny. Very cool. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, same here.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I love what she's doing with that tank.
That
is so
is
cool. that
fun.
She's
It's
getting
in-
everything
yeah,
from
absolutely.
nature.
That's the real joy of a native tank, is to
Yeah.
be able to collect locally and
Mhm.
bring that stuff in. It's a wonderful thing to do with kids, but you know, we're all kids at heart. We all love doing it. That was my
Right.
joy, really, with that brackish tank, because I was going out collecting. If I'd have left it at that, I'd have been better off.
Yeah.
But I started doing saltwater stuff in it, and that it really was fascinating, but it kind of ruined the experience too. And I think ultimately it destroyed the tank because it pushed me in directions that were not altogether right for a brackish system. So maybe I'll just go back to doing brackish. There's certainly enough around to do it, and if I do it without pushing it the way I was, I'll probably have better luck. I really wanted to be able to get sticklebacks going in it, but
Yeah.
the problem with sticklebacks is they can't really tolerate a lot of current. They're very kind of a quiet, peaceful fish that needs to be in a more protected environment. So we'll see. I got to get it cleaned up, straightened out first. Monos and scats. Yeah, I put a mono in there and a scat in there. I had a red, blue, a green scat and a mono. And I'm sure I've lost them.
Mhm.
I have another issue too. I got some pandawaru. The pandawaru is extremely uncommon. I don't think anyone has bred them yet. They're wild caught. These came in, and within 24 hours, I was looking at them today. It's actually in 48 hours. They're fungus. They've got bacteria growing on the whole body. So I treated it. I'm going to go back over there tonight, pull them out and put them in a hospital tank. But I'm probably going to lose them.
Yeah.
The Waro, however, are looking perfect. They're not affected by it. I have some chocolate cichlids in there that are affected by it. So it's something that's going to have a negative impact on the tank if I don't deal with it. So I'm probably going to do that tonight, or it'll get worse by morning.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
ZX9R is saying that sticklebacks die shortly after spawning. Now they build a nest. I think they're probably more like a killifish. They're more an annual. They probably don't live 2 years, or maybe just. I think it's a fish that probably dies off in the winter. at least here in the bay in brackish water. And then we'll come back and spawn in the spring. The babies will grow out. The babies probably make it through the winter to the following year when they spawn, I would guess. Yeah, crawdads can be very small. That's absolutely true.
Yeah, again.
Raza is saying, my Pleco's been missing for 5 days. Moved leaves and rocks, can't find him. I have 3 to 7 inch iridescence. He was about 4 inches. Hard to say. The thing about fish dying in a larger tank is that once a fish dies, it is food for everything and everyone. Everything will eat a dead fish. From microscopic all the way up to the biggest fish you got. It's fair game across the board. As a result, the carcass rarely lasts unless it's a big fish. If it's a little fish, the carcass won't last more than a day. It'll be completely consumed if there are enough things in there to do that. Microscopically, it gets eaten up pretty quickly.
Yeah,
So,
it does.
yeah, there's a good chance if it's dead that that it's not in there anymore. It's been consumed. But it could be there. It could be hiding. The robots are coming, says Adam. Is there a treatment for the tank? Yeah, there is, and I did a treatment on it. I have an antibacterial and an antiparasitic. I've got fenbendazole, which is the antibacteria, fenbendazole, and can't remember what the antibacterial. It's a pharmaceutical, and I've put a dose of that in. I think what I'll do is pull them out and dose the tank. I really don't like to dose my main tank with such stuff because it kills all of the microfauna.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't like to add any chemicals to my tank if I can get out of it, but sometimes.
Christian has a hard time keeping plecos alive. Yeah, I know what that's like. You need the dirted tank works really well, and if you will feed vegetable matter, zucchini is good. Just slices of zucchini. You have to weigh them down because they tend to want to float. They do well on that. Missing fish can always have jumped out. Absolutely. Yeah, I like to keep lids on tanks to prevent just such action. Bear seeing my little axolotl that Dina made. That's my birthday present.
Yeah, it's the first one I've ever made.
Very cute.
And now I'm addicted to making those little things.
Right. Well, we're getting down to it here.
Yeah,
Shelley
we are.
says happy birthday. Thank you, Shelley. Is that med safe for snails? Yeah, it is. Thank you, Adam. Ooh.
Oh, someone in my chat, Victor C has a question for you. What fish enjoys eating coconuts?
Eating coconut?
Yeah. I've never heard of one that eats
Yeah,
coconut.
well, Plecos. Plecos probably. because they're a
That's cool.
scraper. Snails, what the snail will eat is is the slime coat that develops on it, and the fish will pick at that as well. Probably plecos would eat coconut. Oh, Jenny's saying happy birthday to me. How do you tell the difference between male and female dwarf gourami? The female has no color. You're not likely to be able to get one.
I've never seen a female for sale.
Well, they're not shipped in. They're all from the Far East, and they do not ship females because the females don't sell. They only ship males. It's very rare to be able to get a female, and you can get them only if they're special ordered or if there's a local farmer who's breeding them. And there have been a few along the way, but it's kind of thing that there's no real market. They're a slow growing fish. They take a long time to get big enough to become market size, and then they sell for $1 or less. So it's not a productive animal for a farmer to be able to raise.
Yeah, and mine, I wanted to get a female to be able to breed him, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because he had dwarf gourami disease. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. Oh, you got an order for an axolotl there.
Hey, that's cool. Well, I've got an eBay shop. I can definitely make you one.
Aquarios Lito. Hola, bueno. On mi canal on Treasury. Tenas de Pes. Natural plants, nice. Got Neocaridina, guppy goldfish. Cory's ancestris. Nice. Very nice, Aquarius. Let me give you a wrench. Very nice. My Spanish is less than marginal.
Hey, it's better than mine.
Oh.
That's contagious.
I know, I'm yawning here.
Yeah, me too.
I'm down to it.
I'm down to it even after my brother gave me a monster.
Yeah, really. Have I still got the sewing up? I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. What I got? 5 minutes?
Yeah, I think so.
About 5 minutes. Oh dear. I think we're out of gas here. Mamatitas, says Matthew. All right. What else?
I just love how beautiful your 20-year-old tank is coming along.
Yeah, it looks nice.
It's really coming along nice.
Uh-oh. Didn't scrape the algae off. There's a little goby down there.
Mm-hmm.
There he is.
Those gobies are so cute.
It's
Oh, is that Is that an ember tetra?
Yes, it is.
I love those.
There's the green, fire green tetra. That's a female Millennium Rainbow. Male right there, I think. Well, looking for food. Well, the algae grows on this so quick. It's reaping every day. I got a lot of
Yeah,
light.
sometimes it grows fast.
Well, I got a lot of light. And the problem is it's a long tank, and I really can't. You can see back here in the corner, it's dark,
Yeah, it is.
you know.
I think it's coming along beautifully. Nice, natural, and healthy.
Right. Yeah, everybody seems happy in there. Yeah,
Hey,
right.
the carpeting plants are finally starting to carpet really good too.
Yeah, we're doing some carpeting in some of the tanks at the shop, so I'm kind of excited to see how that works out. All right, we're down to it here. We're going to do it. Love the natural approach, says Matthew. Yeah, we do. Does the rooted plant come with corkscrew? It absolutely does. Yeah, we have. That's the one thing we have lots of is corkscrew. So you do get corkscrew. A bunch of other Sagittarius and Vallisneria and swords and just a bunch of different kinds of things. Anubias. It's a nice bunch. It's really nice plants. All righty, we're gonna play a little music here, I think, aren't we?
Sounds good.
Right there. And we got it going. Can you hear that?
It's really low on my end. I don't know if it's low for everybody else though.
Is that better?
A little bit.
When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go.
That's good.
I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home. I have traveled the world over, but never found a peace that comes from watching my fishies as they swim about their home. My heart is happy and I am content to sit and watch them swim. I will not be alone while these fishies are in my home. When the sunlight shines upon them and their colors begin to glow, I am drawn into a world where my heart longs to go. I imagine scenes of beauty and feel the warmth of love. I love my little fishes as they swim about their home.
Good night, all.
Night, love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's a Wednesday night.
That's it.